wanted to say something today about men dating women, and I've got quite a lot of interest in this subject because I love to encourage people in the dating process. And today I want to give the men out there a few tips about dating women. And the first thing I want to say, really, to lead up to these tips, is to say that I understand that dating is sort of going out of fashion at the moment, but as far as the feminine is concerned, being dated is a wonderful feeling for a woman, because the feminine is a very much receptive mode to be in, and therefore when you date a woman, she feels very nurtured and very cherished, and hopefully you date the sort of women who will appreciate that and make you feel appreciated, which is very important, because a man needs to feel appreciated. In fact, we all do. But it's important, if you are treating someone to an evening out or are spending time with them, it's important that we show one another appreciation, and that is spoken and that is made very clear. So I think the main tip in dating, whether you are a man or a woman, would be that we need to show one another appreciation. And what happens over time, or what can happen, is that people become familiar with one another, and they no longer, because of that familiarity, appreciate one another in the way that they need to, and in a way that the other person feels appreciated for who they are and for what they're contributing to the relationship. So I think the number one tip for both sexes would be to say that appreciation is really, really important, and this tends to keep the fire of passion and love going throughout the relationship, because both people feel appreciated and they feel valued, and so both people feel good. And it's really good to instigate that feeling of appreciation for the other person right from the start. And this is a really sophisticated way to date. The other tip that I wanted to highlight to the gentlemen today was respect. And respect, as far as a woman is concerned, is extremely important. If she is made to feel feminine and appreciated for her femininity, respect is very important when you're dating, because it will make the difference long term as to whether this lady makes a decision, as far as she is concerned, towards a relationship with you. So respect is very important to show, not only early on in the initial stages of dating, but throughout the dating process and into the relationship and into the commitment, if there is one, at the end of the day. Because this first step of respect is laying a foundation for the rest of the relationship. And respect, believe it or not, is very sexy, and it's very heartwarming. And if you want to date women successfully, then connecting with her heart and showing appreciation for her essence and who she is will go a long way towards her decision as far as having a relationship with you is concerned. So it's not all about how many women can you attract and how many women can you date. It's really about quality dating rather than quantity. And people who just want to date a lot of people to build their ego and to feel good about themselves are really not generally into quality dating, as I call it, which is dating in a very sophisticated manner in which we maintain our integrity and we date at a very high caliber level, so that when we leave that situation, we actually leave that situation with more integrity than we came in it with. So that's my second point, respect. And people who respect themselves tend to respect other people more as well. So maintaining that level of respect in the dating process is extremely important. Also because it maintains that level of respect within ourselves, because anything that we practice habitually becomes ingrained within us. So one of the reasons, for instance, that dysfunctional or abusive people continue in their behaviour is because it's become habitual. And that's one of the main reasons that they have continued in that behaviour. So if we continue respecting ourselves and other people, that also becomes habitual, which is a positive to dating with respect. And the other point that I wanted to highlight really was awareness and dating consciously. In other words, being very aware when you date of who this person is before you, and not getting carried away by sexual chemistry or whatever, physical attractiveness, because at the end of the day, if we want to have a fulfilling, committed relationship, we need to be consciously making choices based on substance and not just physical attractiveness or sexual chemistry, which we can have with the wrong people. But often people think that strong sexual chemistry is an indicator of compatibility, and it's not necessarily. It can be if all the other aspects are there as well that are positive. But sexual chemistry alone is not necessarily an indicator of a successful relationship further down the line. So it's about raising our awareness, really. I've done another video called Conscious Awareness that you might like to have a look at in that regard. But dating consciously, whether you're a man or a woman, is very important. And to date with integrity and awareness, so that we understand who this person is before us, and that we understand that using our safe relationship toolbox is important as far as the final outcome is concerned, and as far as our happiness is concerned in the future. Because when we make conscious choices, we are actually in control of the direction of our relationships and their outcome. So those are just a few tips that I wanted to leave you with, and as always, stay safe and happy. Bye bye.